Yo, what is going on, guys? Tuft here, and today I'm bringing you the final day of the Cluj-Napoca Team Pick'em Challenge predictions. Obviously, this has been a tournament of extreme upsets. A lot of things happening today that we didn't really see or predict very well. TSM getting shut out by NIP, ended up losing 2 maps in a row. Or I think it was 2. Hold on, let me check. Quarterfinals. Yeah, it was 2 maps. Nip beat him out twice on Train and on Dust 2. Obviously not the best day for TSM. They didn't really show up to play, and I was kind of I was shocked to see Nip beat TSM. Like, no one thought this was going to happen. Nip taking out some of the old Nip magic and perhaps making a run deep into this tournament. So that made them contenders for the semifinals, and obviously they're going to be playing against Na'Vi. Now, this is a pretty hard one to predict. Nip have been playing extremely well, showing some recent form in the past 2 days of this tournament. Going into the tournament, no one thought they were going to make it very far. They were a pick to be dropped out in the group stages, but they've ended up making it to the semifinals and have a decent shot at making a run for the finals in this tournament. However, they do end up having to play against Na'Vi, which is a decent team, but has been kind of struggling with some easy teams. Up until this point, they had some 2 close games against Luminosity today, both of which they won. They won one game 16-14 and another one 16-13. So both very close games against Luminosity, a team they maybe should have beaten a little bit easier if they are going to be able to compete with NIP. And then against CLG, they also struggled a little bit, and throughout the tournament, Guardian has been interviewed multiple times, and he's saying, yeah, we're having some issues as far as team communication and stuff, and there's sort of just some things happening internally that might not be, good for them as far as, winning matches and being able to stay composed, especially playing against a team as experienced as NIP. So for that reason, I'm going to have to go with NIP for this pick. I hope that they have the, just one more match in them, that they can make it to the finals. And honestly, I think if they play in the form that they played today against TSM, they should have no problem against Na'Vi. And for the first bracket here, we've got Team Envious and G2. Now, G2 obviously playing extremely well the entire tournament. A lot of people thought that they would be sort of outplayed by Mouse on the 3rd day of the group stage, me myself included. I thought that Mouse Sports was going to turn it on based on the way they played against Flipside on day 2. However, G2 still managed to beat them out in that best of 3, moved on to play VP. Everyone's like, all right, well, G2's had a pretty decent run so far, but they're definitely going out against VP. Nope, they actually managed to 2-0 VP, and now they're in the semifinals, which is much farther than I had ever seen them going in this tournament. Virtus Pro being one of the top 4 teams in the world, in my opinion, to be going out in the quarterfinals is kind of shocking to me. I definitely thought they were going to be making it to the semis. If you had asked anybody at the beginning of this tournament who they thought would be in the semifinals, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people would say, yeah, I'm thinking Envious, Fnatic, TSM, and Virtus Pro, but none of those teams except Team Envious are actually in the quarterfinals. A lot of the legends getting taken out early. TSM obviously got eliminated by NIP. Fnatic went out to Envious earlier today, and then VP lost to G2. So now the only 2 picks that are really left are Team Envious, and then obviously out of this group, we've got NIP, which I think is going to be more likely to make it to the finals than Na'Vi. However, I do think this is going to be a close game, definitely going to a 3rd map. I can see Na'Vi winning the first one, and then NIP being like, oh shit, we got to wake up and start playing. NIP usually come out slow and then sort of, clutch it at the end. Envious, I can see kind of just rolling over G2. However, G2, if they stay composed and sort of play their game, like they did against VP, then I don't think they'll, have any problems making the scores at least somewhat close. However, if they get overwhelmed by Envious's playstyle and they just get rolled over, then it's going to be a brutal game for them. But I do see Envious going all the way, and then although NIP has been showing some top form recently, like these past 2 days, and playing out like TSM and other teams like that, if they manage to beat Na'Vi, however, I don't think they're in the top shape that they would need in order to beat Envious. And for that reason, I'm going to say that Envious are going to be our champions here. Since Fnatic and TSM got eliminated, I think most people would say that this has sort of been Envy's tournament, and they're predicted to win. I'd say any reasonable person you ask would say, yeah, Envy's got a decent shot at going to the finals. They're definitely going to be able to beat G2, but at that point, it's their tournament to lose as well. So this will be the second major in a row we see them in the finals, most likely, and this time they'll be going against, hopefully, NIP instead of Fnatic, which will be a much easier opponent for them, and hopefully they can take out the legends that NIP once were, and are hoping to be again, apparently. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your predictions for today went. Let me know if you guys actually predicted the G2 or TSM. I know a lot of people have the same exact bracket as me right here. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your predictions are going, and I will see you guys all later. Peace.